So what's up, guys? Hopefully you had a good day yesterday. It is today. Obviously, it is Wednesday, the 12th of February. Today is my payday, so I'm rich again for a few minutes. So I wanted to talk about something that I think is important to talk about, and I think it really needs saying, and I wouldn't be saying it. I didn't think it was that important. Now, if you guys have watched a lot of the videos on my channel, you will know that I'm very against these family vlogging channels, and I have a good reason for why I'm against that. Because these parents are basically exploiting their kids for money. And they're basically using their kids as content as financial gain. Now, obviously, it's sad that people are willing to support and condone what these family vloggers are doing, and basically say that what these family vloggers are doing is okay. And that they're not doing anything wrong when they're actually exploiting it for money and using it as content for their own financial gain. And that's something that so many of these family vloggers are doing. And what people need to realise is that when they're defending these family vloggers and they're supporting what they do and condoning what they do, they're basically giving them a perfectly good reason to continue doing what they're doing. It's like, why would they want to stop exploiting their kids when they know that so many people agree with them doing that? And they know that so many people think that's okay, and think that's right, I think that what they're doing is right. I think that what they're doing is fair. Because what they're doing isn't fair. These kids shouldn't have to put up with a camera being shoved in their faces, being shoved in their faces constantly. Especially when it's for the parents' financial gain, own financial gain, which most of the time it is. It feels like, how are these kids, the question that I got on it is, how are these kids really actually benefiting from having a hammer being shoved in their faces every day? Because it feels like the only people that are actually benefiting from that are the parents. And that's why I'm so against these family vlogging channels. It feels like the only people that are actually benefiting from it is having hammers shoved in their faces every day. It's the parents. It feels like the parents are the only ones that are actually benefiting in any way from that. It's just sad that people can't see that what they're doing is wrong. Because the problem is they walk around with their heads stuck too far up these parents' backsides. I mean, I look at the Inhams, right? The iFam, man, they walk around with their heads stuck so far up St. Sarah's backsides. I don't think hardly any of the iFam are even smart enough or intelligent enough to know what child exploitation is, or to actually understand what it is. It's just hilarious that what they're doing is wrong. It's absolutely wrong. And they shouldn't be allowed to keep getting away with it. Quite frankly, it should be illegal. I know what people think of me. And I may be one of many things. But at least I'm not one of these people that is actually supporting and condoning the exploitation of innocent children, which so many people are doing. And that makes it, I think that, to me, that kind of makes the gravity of the situation so much worse. The fact that these parents are exploiting their kids for their own financial gain is bad enough. But the fact that you've got people out there who are actually condoning what they do, and are actually supporting that, and saying that they agree with that, and say that what they're doing is okay, actually makes the situation a whole lot worse. Because people shouldn't be agreeing with that. People shouldn't be condoning that, or kind of, basically, they shouldn't be condoning that. They shouldn't be allowing that to happen. It's just completely and utterly wrong that people are condoning that. There's no excuses for that. It's just, I don't know what else to say. I'm sorry, but this just really had to be said. This was a point that really for the most part, had to be made. And I don't feel bad about the fact that I made that point. You know, it's just wrong at the end of the day what people are doing, and the fact that people agree with that. There's no condoning that or justifying what these parents do. Yeah, that's what people are basically doing, is they're basically condoning the exploitation of innocent kids and saying that they agree with that. You know, it's like, as I said, people need to wake up and realise that by continuing to support and support these what these family vloggers do and condone what they do, they're basically allowing these parents to continue doing what they're doing. You know, it's like, why would these family vloggers want to stop exploiting their kids and want to stop plastering their kids all over the internet when they know that so many people agree with them doing that, and they know that so many people think that what they're doing is actually okay and acceptable, which in so many words it's not. And people need to wake up and realise that. You know, people need to get their heads out of these family vloggers' backsides and start seeing them for who and what they really are. Because we all know what they are. You know, it's just sad that, you know, people are basically allowing this to happen. But that's the thing. People are basically allowing this to happen, but, you know, when they're condoning this and supporting this, they're basically allowing this to happen. They're basically saying that it's okay. Well, that's what people are basically saying. You know, people are basically saying that it's okay for these parents to exploit their kids for money, for their own financial gain. That's exactly what people are saying. You know, and I'm not going to apologise for calling people out for the fact that they're supporting these family vloggers and condoning every single thing they ever do, which is what the problem is here. It's like, why do they need to condone every single thing they do? Why do they feel the need to defend these family vloggers over every single thing that they do? You know, I mean, do these people really think they're making themselves look good by doing this? Because they're not. They're making themselves look incredibly shameful and pathetic by trying to jump so quickly to the defence of these family vlogger parents, these family vloggers every single day, every time they do something wrong. You know, and every time they quite rightly get called out for something, you've got these morons trying to jump to their defence, claiming they did fuck all wrong when they did. It's just ridiculous and pathetic. You know, but at the end of the day, we're not doing anything wrong. No one is doing anything wrong by hauling these family vloggers out for what they do. You know, I applaud people for the fact that they're willing to do that, for the fact that they're willing to haul these family vloggers out for what they do. You know, and it's just sad that there aren't more people that are willing to do that. It's just sad that you've got these morons out there that are willing to allow this to happen. You know, that are willing to allow these kids to be exploited for the parents' own financial gain. You know, and the fact that people are just sitting back and allowing that to happen is appalling. You know, we all know what these parents are doing is wrong. Those of us that have that, those of us who are actually intelligent, you know, they're actually smart and intelligent people, and actually have a brain in our heads, knows that what these family vloggers are doing is wrong. We all know what child exploitation is. We all understand what that is, because we're all smart enough and intelligent enough to understand what it is and to know what it is. But the problem with a lot of these people who support these family vlogging channels and condone what they do is the fact that they're not smart enough or intelligent enough to actually know what child exploitation is, or to actually understand what it is. You know, maybe they should come back when they've actually done their research, you know, once they've done their research. Until then, don't come at me trying to tell me they're not doing that. I ain't gonna have that. I ain't gonna have people coming at me trying to tell me that these parents are not exploiting their kids, because that's exactly what they are doing. They're exploiting their kids and they're using their kids as content for their own financial gain. And the fact that people are supporting that is actually shocking. You know, it's ridiculous. that people are basically saying that what these parents are doing is okay. You know, the fact that they're exploiting it is and using it is for their own financial gain. People think that's fair. People think that's right. People think it's okay for parents to be doing that. Using it as content. Using it as vlog content for their own financial gain. I don't think there's anything right about that. I don't get how people think that's fair, because there ain't nothing fair about that. You know, there's no justifying that. There's no excusing that at the end of the day. You know, I really don't know what else to say. I actually genuinely don't. You know, to be honest with you, I don't know what else I'm supposed to say at this point. If I'm being honest. It is just absolutely shocking what these family vlogging parents are doing. And the fact that people think that what they're doing is okay. It's not. And people need to wake the fuck up and realise that. Realise that what they're doing isn't right. Because it's not right what they're doing. No, it's not right that they're basically using it for their own as content for their own financial gain, and people are basically allowing that to happen. Basically saying it's okay for parents to do that when it's not. But as I said, that makes the gravity of the situation to me, for me, that makes the gravity of the situation a whole lot worse. You know, as I said, it's bad enough that these parents are doing that, but the fact that people are willing to defend them and support what they do and done what they do makes things 10 times fucking worse. You know, I'm sorry to swear, but come on now. This is getting beyond a fucking joke. Every single day you've got people trying to defend these family vloggers and defending what they're doing to their kids. What the fuck is wrong with people? Why the fuck are people even defending this? Why the fuck are people trying to support, are people actually supporting this and condoning this? That is seriously, you'd have to be fucking seriously messed up to want to condone and support the exploitation of innocent kids, which is what so many people are doing. Is they are basically condoning and supporting the exploitation of innocent children. As I said, I may be one of many things, and I know exactly what a lot of people think of me. But at least I'm not one of these idiots who comes on every day trying to defend these fucking low-life scumbags who are basically exploiting their kids and using it as content for their own financial gain. At least I'm not one of these people that does that every day. Because at the end of the day, these people that actually do that and making themselves look incredibly shameful and pathetic, I know they think they're doing a good thing by doing that, but they're not. Because they're basically giving these family vloggers a reason to continue exploiting their kids and using their kids as content. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. And it's wrong. It's so damn wrong. I don't know what else to say, really. I genuinely don't. I don't get how anybody can support these family vloggers and support what they do and condone what they do. As I said, you'd have to be seriously fucking messed up to want to support what they do and condone what they do. Because there's no condoning that. There's no supporting what they do. You know, the fact that people are actually supporting child exploitation makes them look fucking unbelievable. You know, I have no words to describe how angry I am right now, knowing that people are allowing this to happen and are letting this happen when they fucking shouldn't be. They're too dumb to actually, they're trying to, it makes me laugh that people are trying to deny something that's so fucking blatantly obvious, This is the thing, people are trying to deny something that is so fucking undeniable. How can people try to deny something that is so fucking undeniable? How the fuck can people deny something that is so blatantly fucking obvious? How can they deny something that is staring them right in the fucking face, which is what this is doing. This whole child exploitation is staring them right in the fucking face. They're just too fucking blind to see it. You know, they didn't have their heads stuck up there. They didn't have their heads stuck so far up these family floggers' backsides. Maybe they would be able to see that. If they stop hissing these family floggers' asses for 5 minutes, these parents' asses for 5 minutes, maybe they'd be able to see sense. Maybe they'd be able to see what's actually going on right in front of them, instead of spending their time trying to fucking deny it every single day, day in, day out. How the fuck, as I said, how the fuck can anyone deny something that is so blatantly obvious? How do people deny something that is staring them right in the fucking face? It's an absolute fucking joke at this point. These people that are defending these family vloggers and supporting what they do are a fucking joke. They're a fucking disgrace to society. That is what they are. They're a fucking joke. A lot of them. You know, this had to be said. This really, really had to be said. I don't care if people think that I'm being too harsh on this, or people think I'm being too negative. I don't think I am. I think everything that I've said in this video so far is fully justified. And I think it was absolutely necessary. I don't think what I've said, there's anything that I've said was unjustified or uncalled for. I think everything I've said in this video was totally called for and was totally fucking justified. When people are supporting and condoning the exploitation of innocent kids, I'll hold them the fuck out as much as I want. I'll shame them. I'll fucking shame them as much as possible. There's people like that who are actually supporting that deserve to be shamed. They deserve to be named and shamed as much as possible. Because they are absolutely fucking evil. You'd have to be fucking evil to support something like this. You'd have to be fucking evil to support what these parents are doing to their kids and to be allowing that to happen. I don't get what the fuck is wrong with people. Why the fuck people would even want to defend something like this? I mean, that is seriously fucking messed up. To want to defend people who exploit their kids for money and using it kids for their own as content for their own financial gain. How the fuck can anyone defend that or try and deny that? It's fucking wrong, and it has to be, and someone has to put a stop to this. You know, people have to stop defending this. People have to stop condoning this and supporting this. People need to seriously wake the fuck up and actually wait and see what's going on right in front of them instead of trying to deny it every fucking time. These people are fucking insane. They are fucking insanely stupid, is what they are. Insanely fucking dumb. You know, I mean, as I said, you know, it's like by them defending what these family vloggers are doing, they're basically giving them a perfectly fucking good reason to carry on doing what they're doing. Because they know that people agree with it. They know that people think that what they're doing is okay, when it's fucking not okay. Why would they stop exploiting it kids and using it his content for their own financial gain? And they know that there's so many fucking cretins out there who fucking agree with what they're doing and say that what they're doing is okay. It's not. There's nothing right about what these family vlogger parents are doing. There's no excuses for that or justifications for that. If people actually think that there are any justifications for that, they can go fuck themselves if there actually isn't. Don't come at me trying to tell me that these people are not exploiting their kids. Because that's exactly what they are doing, and people are allowing that to happen. People are giving them a perfectly good reason to continue doing that. So fucking shame on them. I hope you enjoyed this video anyway. Just wanted to give my thoughts on that. I'll see you for another video this afternoon. I'm gonna go take a little while to kind of calm myself down a little bit and gather my thoughts. So I'll see you for another video this afternoon. See you in a bit. Bye bye.